Jessy wanted a horse, nothing more and nothing less. Unfortunately, that was too much to ask for. She thought she found her dream horse, but when it was finally taken to a vet after a few days of horror, the vet looked at Jessy and said, "Dear lady, do you have any idea what this is?" It didn't take the vet long to realize that Jessy had bought a very strange horse. But what was so special about this horse? Was it in fact a horse? And why did it turn the vet into a nervous wreck? But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. It was an auction just to Jessy's liking. Right by the country, countless animals were being sold, and there it was, a unique horse looking strangely beautiful. Jessy didn't need to think twice, but she should have. The salesman was a bit vague toward Jessy. He couldn't really tell her more about the horse, other than it was called Africa, and it was about 4 years old. But Jessy didn't mind. The horse seemed special and reacted well to her caresses. She was coming home with her. Jessy didn't have a piece of land herself, but had an idea of where to keep the horse. Only a few blocks away, there was a riding school. There was plenty of room for other horses, and due to the short distance, Jessy could visit her horse daily. It all seemed bright, but things would unravel quite soon. The first sign of something being off occurred on the second day. Jessy was at work and was told to come to the riding stables at once. They wouldn't tell her why. Once Jessy arrived, she understood. The horse had too much energy to stand around and had to be exercised to accept her isolation in a stable. Then the stable owner proposed something that would change everything. He said she could use the horse track for free this time. He joked that he didn't need payment since it would save his stables. Jessy was not in the position to deny and agreed. She asked the stable owner to prepare the horse so she could run to her home and get the right clothes, but when she comes back, her horse will be gone. When Jessy returned, she didn't see her horse anymore, only a shocked stable owner. He said he couldn't believe his eyes. "I've never seen a horse so powerful," he said. But Jessy wasn't interested in his words. She wanted to know where her horse was. The stable owner told her he had already taken the horse outside to prepare her, but when a loud car passed, the horse freed itself from a pole and ran off. Still, the horse was within the gates of the riding track and shouldn't be able to escape, but the horse easily broke down one of the gates and ran off. The rescue service asked Jessy about her location, and as soon as she told them everything she knew, they asked her to come over to the station. Once she arrived, they calmly asked her to sit down. They showed her a picture of her horse, and Jessy immediately jumped up. They just told her they would do everything they could to rescue her horse because everyone will benefit from it. Suddenly, Jessy knew there was a lot more to this horse than she initially thought. And so Jessy, alongside the rescue service, began the rescue mission. The rescue service started in the areas around the stables, and Jessy walked over to a small forest just a few kilometers from the stables. She agreed with the rescue service to stay in contact. It wouldn't take long before she'd receive a phone call. The stranger asked Jessy to describe her horse, and Jessy tried her best to be as descriptive as she could. But she wasn't even halfway through explaining when the man suddenly interrupted her. "What if I told you that your horse didn't run away but was taken?" Jessy is stunned. The stranger was very sure of himself and pointed in the direction they came from. It was exactly the direction of the stables. What was the stable owner up to? Did he lie to her? Jessy called the rescue service right away. There was no time to spare. She expected the rescue service to respond very naturally to the news, as their mysterious behavior from before should be because of this theft. But they reacted as surprised as Jessy herself. What was going on here? The rescue service alarmed the police, and it didn't take them long to track down the stable owner. Jessy went to the place of the heiress to see her horse, but was told the horse was already taken to a vet. After insisting, they finally told Jessy where she could find the vet. She rushed there and was received by the rescue service. Jessy ran into one of the team members of the rescue team, Amber. They started talking about everything, and she could see how Amber was beginning to trust her as well. Then Amber revealed something that left Jessy completely shocked. Amber told Jessy that her horse was also stolen by the stable owner. It had been a while, but Amber still remembered it like it was yesterday. Perhaps this time justice was due if they worked together, but Amber wasn't too optimistic. Even though everyone knew the stable owner was guilty, he somehow managed to get away with it. This had everything to do with his connections, as he was a powerful man. Amber had some great advice. She told Jessy to actually do an interview with the media, and a big one for that matter. The stable owner would never expect that, and by giving this interview and talking about his theft, he'd get all the attention he was trying to avoid. Jessy agreed. She was willing to take these risks in order to save her horse. But she wanted something from Amber as well. Jessy's welcomed like a celebrity at the TV station. Why? What did they know about her horse that made Jessy a celebrity? One of the journalists took her apart to ask her about the question she had prepared. The journalist soon returned and asked her if she could do anything else for her. Jessy thanked her, grabbed her phone, and saw that she had a text message. She could hear the audience and the presenter who was introducing her. There were a lot of people and Jessy was nervous. Yet she told herself it would be okay since she did all this for her dear horse. Jessy entered the stage and started her interview. She mainly talked about the stable owner and his role in all of this. She mentioned Amber's horse as well. The audience responded, greatly shocked, and cheered for Jessy's courage. Then finally, in return for her bravery, the journalist told her the deal with her horse. During the interview, the stable owner got arrested. Jessy's horse turned out to be a zebra smuggled in from South Africa. That explained its unique look and incredible strength. The stable owner lost it and tried to steal it back. The zebra was taken to a zoo where Jessy could visit her every week.